This video contains discussion of CSA. It also includes speculation. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey, it's Kim, and what the heck is going on with Jamie Lynn Spears? I am back. I've been gone for a couple of weeks. I got really sick, but I'm doing a lot better now. I also just took a bit of a break because Christmas and holidays, and I wanted to be a human being. So that's what's up. But I know YouTube is not a big fan of people taking breaks, and I know that this is going to hurt me. So I normally don't ask for people to do this, but I am going to today. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, checking to see if you're subscribed, or subscribe if you're not, welcome. And also, if you could leave a comment. I also want to let you guys know that I do have a membership option. They are my space angels, and I am so happy to have our little community. There's extra content there for everybody. I try to put it out as much as I can, and if you're interested in any of that stuff, please take a look at it, and I would appreciate any support you can give. So there's been obviously a lot of stuff about Britney, and I feel like a lot of it has been the same conspiracy theories and everything that's been going on for a long time, and I think I've made my opinions very known about all of that. But I cannot stay silent about all this stuff that's going on with Jamie Lynn, because it's weird. So first things first, Jamie Lynn Spears just was in the new show, Special Forces, and apparently she quit because she missed her kids. And I'm not going to, fault anybody for missing their kids. I don't have children, so I can't speak to that. I have my dogs. I know what it's like to miss my family and things like that, but I don't have a kid, so I'm not going to pass judgment there. But what I am going to pass judgment on is, again, Jamie Lynn, this crying.
Not only do I just love them and want to be with them, but also being away from them like this, even if it's for myself, it makes me just like a crap mom, you know? They didn't ask for their mom to be gone.
What is this crying? When she's tapping her face, it's like the tear is here, or it's down here, or whatever. It's the same thing she did in like that weird video a couple of years ago where she was talking about being an aunt, to Britney's kids, and it was just weird. It's like tear.
I've made a very conscious choice in my life to only participate in her life as her sister, as an aunt to those boys.
It's funny, since I've been on the internet, all of the places I'm learning that apparently tears come out of people's faces. Their foreheads, their cheeks. I don't know. I've only had tears ever come out of my tear ducts. Maybe I'm the weird one.
I never thought I could care for someone that would bring me to tears.
Before we go on to our next topic, I wanted to say a big thank you to my sponsor, FREEZO. FREEZO is a frozen blended coffee drink that makes it easy for you to make your own fraps from home. You all know I'm obsessed with it, and it's amazing, and I've used it for months. It is a staple in my daily life. I am so thankful to all of you who have gone out and picked some up. I hope you are continuing to enjoy it. If you're interested in trying it for yourself, please use the links in the description and use my code ItsKim10 for 10% off at checkout. This offer is valid in the UK, Canada, and the USA. Back to the video. In other news related to Jamie Lynn Spears, I want to talk about the recently announced reboot of Zoey 101. It looks like Paramount Plus has greenlit a movie version of a reboot for Zoey 101 that they will be titling Zoey 102. And I have a lot of feelings about this, and I did want to just talk about it for a few minutes. Now, the issues I have with Zoey 102 have very little to do with Jamie Lynn Spears. As much as she drives me nuts, and I'm going to call her out when she lies, and I think sometimes she's absolutely ridiculous, I am not going to blame her for things that are not her fault. My issues with Zoey 102 have a lot more to do with Dan Schneider. And for those of you who are not aware, Dan Schneider is the creator of Zoey 101, and he was also creator of many other shows for children on Nickelodeon. And over the past year, there have been many allegations made against him, and many former child stars saying that they did not feel safe with him or that he was very inappropriate with them. This is a horribly kept secret in the industry, and There's a lot to dig into when it comes to him. It is a rabbit hole all in itself. And as much as I would love to take a few minutes and show you guys what I'm talking about, I am genuinely afraid that if I did, that I could lose my channel. Because some of the things that have happened here are just so disgusting and inappropriate. And I also feel bad repeating or showing the footage of it, because if I had been a child and I had been involved in any of these things, I would be mortified at the footage. So I have mixed feelings about it, but I know there's a lot of YouTubers who have covered it and they've done an incredible job, and I salute them. And my biggest issue with this is that as much as it seems as though, from based on what I've seen, that Dan Schneider will not be involved in the reboot, this is still his creation. And because of that, it's really given me the ick. And I feel like this is something we need to talk about, because not too long ago, we had a lot of people that were all very, very upset about a certain marketing campaign that came out of Balenciaga. And again, I keep on always hearing this dialogue of we need to protect our kids, we need to do everything we can to protect our kids and not have them be exploited and things like that. And here we are taking a creation by someone who has had many allegations put against them, and we're just going to reboot that and bring that back out. Not only that, but there are a number of people who were on that show who are not returning for the reboot. And one of those people is Nikolas. And Alexa has made allegations against Dan Schneider. And she has been very clear that, in her opinion, Nickelodeon did not protect her. And so this is where I get frustrated, that it's like, yes, protect our children, but we're going to continue with this. We're going to bring this back. We're going to further this, property and everything else. But we're not going to talk about the elephant in the room. We're going to continue to profit off of it, but we're not going to talk about it. And that's where I get angry. Nikolas wrote something that was very appropriate on Twitter, and I wanted to share that with you guys. Do not support a network that can't even take accountability, especially when it comes to children. That is beyond low. Hashtag Nickelodeon. That right there, I feel like should be an energy that we take into 2023 with us. Right now, when it comes to issues of CSA and exploiting kids, I want to make something very clear. Some of you know my history. You know that I have a past, that I was SA'd as a child. So this is very personal to me. I feel like this is a topic that should unite people, not divide us. I feel like this is something that, regardless of where you are politically, we should be able to agree that we need to protect our kids. And I can say, as a survivor myself, I feel like I'm seeing a lot of misdirected anger when it comes to this topic. I see a lot of people wanting to bring it into other hot button issues and wanting to make it political in other types of ways. The reality is, most children who are SA'd or anything of that nature, a lot of the time it happens from people within their own family. It happens within family friends. It happens within people that have power in their lives. That is the norm. We are watching a company choose to ignore the exploitation of children, taking a property that was created by someone who has been accused of hurting those children, and then we are going to profit off of that property while ignoring the voices of those same children. That's my opinion. I know some people will disagree with me on that, likely, but this is something we've got to watch. Because if you're seeing it happening with big companies like Nickelodeon, and you're seeing it happening in fashion with like Balenciaga, this is happening. It is happening. And I understand people wanting to not think that it's happening, but it is happening. And I would be doing a disservice to little me, as well as so many other kids who have suffered in silence, if now, as someone that has some form of a platform, if I did not say something about this. I will absolutely be a part of boycotting this. I want nothing to do with it. I do not want to see it. And I hope that the former child stars of Nickelodeon can find the strength to continue to come forward and to share their stories. And I will be following that and trying to amplify their voices, because they deserve to be heard. So that got really heavy, but I think that's it. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all had a wonderful new year and holidays and everything else. And I'll be back to talk to you all soon. Much love.